facility down. Maybe a immortal push, or maybe he's just going to stray for Colossus. Either way, there goes the expansion. So to say, it really needs to expand with this. He only has 2 zealots at the moment, so he should probably work on getting a little bit bigger army to fend off and hold off for the time being. Roach speed getting researched. There we see there's not very many units out for either side at the moment. There are a lot of roaches being made to list in. Gosh, missing all this stuff. Hydras are going to be huge, actually. Especially this early game. Like, I don't want to say, I don't think you can actually support it right now because he doesn't have a second, saturated yet. So that's going to be kind of awkward. He's working on it though, he's working on it. Good macro by Zerg. Pretty good macro by the Abstract too. And he needs to change his warp gates into, or his gateways into warp gates. Building a few more pylons. He's got 3 probes on one hotkey for some reason. There we go. Nexus going down. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Abstract, you got a probe there, buddy. Might want to tell it to do something. Yeah. Roach is taken down. Destructible rocks for the 3rd. Pretty good idea. Not unusual to see him take a pretty fast 3rd, I guess. Hydra, the range upgrade for this Hydra just now finished. Probably going to see some Hydras come out pretty soon. Abstract does have an observer in the Zerg's base, but he's not really utilizing it. He needs to move it around. He needs to set it on a patrol pattern. He needs to know exactly what the Zerg is building. Double Evo chamber going down. +1, +1 for sure. And Robo Bay going down for Abstract. Good choice. Really good choice. He needs those Colossus out. I really feel like he needs to work on his gateway army though. It's pretty, like, it can't hold off much right now. Working on that gas. He needs to get his 2nd saturated. Pretty sure he's working on that. This is actually a really good thing to note. Like, if you're in the lower league, most of the time, one of your biggest problems is going to be getting enough workers. You just gotta sit there and hit that E key, or whatever worker key you have. For Protoss it's E. Just hit it, hit it, hit it, until you have so many workers. Like, one guy told me that you should have so many that you even think it's way more than you actually need it. Because they'll get killed off in drops, and you need to still be able to stay ahead in that economy. And that's really important. And that's what's going to get you out of the lower leagues, actually, is making sure that your worker count's good. You got to have a strong economy. And then you can work on, well, that is partially a part of macro. But, work on your macro too when you're going to go places. 3rd going down for Logi. I sure hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Really sorry. Anyway, going down. Fly blocked at the moment. There we go. Made a lot of overlords. Spine crawler hanging out. There are a few Hydras in that army. Hydras do so much than any gateway unit actually. But luckily Abstract does have Colossus out, so that will be able to melt those guys so fast. Logi, did he drop a changeling? I did not see. Yeah, sometimes Zergs will sneak around there and drop off a changeling right there, sneak it into your army. It's really annoying. Looks like Logi's gearing up to push out here, probably after his upgrades finish, which is not very much longer now. No upgrades for Abstract yet. That's pretty huge. Those upgrades win and lose battles, man. They really do. Looks like Abstract's going to go clear out his 3rd here. I do like it. They know when to expand. They know their expansion timings. You got to get it before, preferably before the 13-minute mark, but, sometimes situation dictates otherwise. That is a lot of Hydras there. Abstract does have 2 Colossus though, and he has the range upgrade, so he should have. It really comes down to micro and positioning, but he shouldn't have too much trouble crushing this army of Logis. As long as he gets those Colossus in the back and Zealots in the front, he should be fine. No sentries though. That's kind of important too. You need that guardian shield, especially with Hydras, because it reduces their damage down quite a bit. So that actually helps a lot when you're trying to go against this. And since he doesn't have any upgrades, he needs that even more. On armor and range, so that's going to be pretty big. Looks like Abstract's going to sneak around here through the back way. Gonna try to snipe this expansion. Will he get it? Logi's not reacting. He's not reacting. Death. So much death. There we go. There's the reaction. A little bit delayed. Does he take the hatchery? He needs to just finish off the hatchery. Oh, come on. Finish it. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, in situations like that, when you can't win, you just have to do as much damage as you can and then fall back. I feel like he could have pulled back his Colossus a lot sooner and still been able to get away with that expansion. But, you know, whatever. There's some more stalkers. I don't know if that's such a great idea. They're gonna die pretty fast. Yep. There we go. It's just delaying them coming over here as long as possible. He should be making more Colossus while doing this. That's another thing. Low-level players, you need to work on your hotkeys. You gotta hotkey those buildings. You gotta siphon through them. You gotta be able to just click a number and then click C to be able to make your Colossus. You know, you gotta really concentrate on that. That's another thing. They'll seriously boost you up. Abstract building 2 photon cannons on the back of his main. Guess he's worried about maybe some drops or something. A little bit unusual, but you know, can't hurt to be safe. Building a lot more cannons on a second. There goes the third. Going to go down for needs. There's the gateways. Fixing to say, he needs to build more gateways. And there they are, all 4. That's another thing. You got to work on your gateway. If you don't have enough gateways, you just can't support a big enough army to, you know, kill them when they come knocking on your door. Which they will, unfortunately. Third going back up for the Zerg. Infestation pit back there. Losing health because it's off creep. There we go. Probably going to see some infestors. It's kind of a weird build from Logi. Go in, Hydra, Roach, Infestor. But you know, whatever works. Whatever works. Hive almost done for Logi. Good saturation. There's a Spire. Probably going to be some Broodlords here in a minute. I guess that's why I got the Infestation Pit. Hive, derp. Stupid. Logi's still in a pretty good position. He's got +2 armor and +2 weapons. Abstract just now got +1 weapons. So that's good, at least. I mean, he's pumping them out. He needs to get his armor upgrade. There goes the Twilight Council. I guess he's going to try to get +2 weapons instead of armor. That's cool. That's cool. Still pumping out those Colossus. That's good. Very, very good. 2 more Robo facilities. He's going to be able to pump out 3 Colossus at a time. That is going to be awesome. So awesome. Love seeing that. You normally don't ever see more than 2. But with his current economy, I mean, he's got plenty of everything. So why not, you know? Why not? Only making out of 2 right now, though. Come on. Make it. Come on. Oh, well. Probe transfer from the main to the third. Main's almost mined out. Got pretty good little SimCity here. Kind of random pylons everywhere, but, you know, that's what works. 3 Colossus right now. Lots of Stalkers. Probably needs to add a few more Zealots in there just for, you know, beef. You need something to soak up all the damage and stuff. There we go. 3 Colossus at a time. That's huge. He's going to get a ton of those out. And that's really what's going to crush this army of Logis. Even with the weapons upgrades and stuff that he has. If you just have, you know, 6+ Colossus, no matter what you have, it's really hard to push through that. Abstract. No upgrades from his Twilight Council yet. Getting his +1 armor. Looks like Logi is fixing to push out here. That's interesting. Nice creep spread. Really nice, actually. Gonna probably be pushing out here pretty soon. I don't know. He's waiting on his +3. that is actually going to hurt Abstract really bad, because that's just going to chew through all these stalkers so fast. He's really going to have to rely on his Colossus to wipe them all up before. A lot of idle probes there. Gotta watch that. Needs to siphon over to his third, which is getting nommed by two little Zerglings. Hero Zerglings, man. Hero Zerglings. How many Colossus do they have? Six Colossus, fixing to be 9. That is a lot of Colossus. That is really going to help him, and he's going to need all the help he can get without these upgrades. He needs to start his +2 upgrade sometime soon. Again, hockey your forge, hockey your robo facilities. Gotta hockey everything, so you can just go to it faster. It's just gotta be instinct. You just gotta be able to go, this. I need to check that, don't I? Oh. That is way more Colossus than I've ever gotten in a single game. I can tell you that. Unless it was a 4v4, in which case more like 20, but oh well. 1v1's fun. 3 more Colossus gonna come out. Gonna bump it up to 12. Yeah, I don't know how the Zerg's gonna be able to hold this off very well. Logi he is getting Corruptors, but I mean that's mainly for the Broodlords that I think he was planning on getting. There is no Greater Spire going down yet, so I guess he's just gonna use the Corruptors as the counter to the Colossus. Armies switching sides a little bit. Oh, I need to pull the Colossus back. Pull the Colossus back. Oh no. Colossus is doing so much. Logi's +3 is definitely helping him out in this situation. Oh, it's so hard to tell who's winning right now, actually. I say Logi. Yeah, Logi definitely came out a little bit ahead in that fight. That's the power of upgrades. Like that should have murdered that. But those upgrades make the damage so little almost. It's just you can't hold that off. Abstract gearing up for the defense. He's got to make sure his Colossus stay in the back. He's got to target those Corruptors. Corruptors just taking out the Colossus. Warping in Stalkers to try to save him. Oh, he does have Blink. That's really helpful there. Almost takes out that one Colossus. So close. So close. Looks like he's going to go for a counterattack, which isn't a bad idea right now. It is going to take a little while for Logi to get up as big as an army as he had, but still, +3 is really going to hurt. There you see, it's just tearing through those Stalkers, just like butter. That's what Hydras will do. And he's pulling back those Colossus, still making Colossus. He has 5 now, that's good. He needs to start warping in. He really needs Zealots. Like I said, you don't have that meat shield, then you're dead. Stalkers. Still no +2. He really needs to get on that. He is mining from his third again. Might want to say that his worker count is actually pretty low right now. Pretty low. Needs to work on that. Logi having a few guys there just to see, make sure nothing's happening. Almost takes that Stalker. Dang. He's pushing out with mainly Colossus right now, which isn't a good idea. They're basically powerless unless they have something to support them. Because they fall so easily. They really do. Abstract looking like he's going to pull back. More Colossus out. Let's see here how many. 5, 6, 7 Colossus. It's a big number, man. Big number. Has some idle probes. Needs to start transferring. Getting his gas on his expansion. That's all good. All good. I can't really agree with Abstract here for keep making Colossus. He knows that Logi has Corruptors. And then when you see that, you should just immediately switch to Immortals. Like, I mean, Colossus, if you have a lot, which he does, so Corruptors don't do as much, but if you only have like 3 or something, you should definitely switch to Immortals. Taking a drink there. Really tiring on your throat. DT Shrine going down for Abstract. Absolutely awesome. Love DTs. They can seriously pull you through super tough games that like you're just like, I can't win this. So then you go DTs and somehow you miraculously win. Fortunately though, Logi does have an Overseer already made. So he's pretty set for anything. But still, he's not going to bring that with his army probably. And those DTs just get in there and start